Alright, guys, we're back with Mape the Ape. That's right, playing on his account, Easy AI here in the bottom left side of the map. He's up against Special in a PvT on the NA ladder. He's come into my chat and he said, oh, I have a game to show you, Pig. And I'm like, oh, hello. He's like, does somebody have channel points to redeem? For those who don't know, the channel points you kind of just accumulate watching someone's live stream, basically built into Twitch. And one of the things, if you save up a ton of those, is, I think it's 250,000 or 200,000. You can either get me to coach your replay or roast your replay. Warlock in the chat has kindly said, instantly, bam, slap 250k bacon down and said, roast the shit out of this replay. So we're going to be kind of appreciating Maple's amazing build while also appreciating the stupidity of two 6k MMR players, very top of NA ladder, who both don't really play like they're trying to win. It feels like you're getting clip farmed every single time you play against one of these guys. It is literally, imagine playing basketball against the Harlem Globetrotters, guys. They're doing backflips over your head and slam dunking it. They're dribbling the ball around it. You're like, where'd the ball go? It's somehow under your shirt. They're knocking it out of your shirt. It just feels like you're getting taunted. And so for me, you think I'm pretty decent at StarCraft, solid 5.5k player. Should take a lot of maps off these guys because they're not trying that hard. No. You still are going to lose the vast majority of the time, even while they are doing things that look like the builds are trying to prioritize doing stupid over trying to actually win the game, and that makes it especially fun to lose to. But that is what happens when you play a clip farmer. Special in the top right, going to go for a 1-max expand kind of blind here. Bit of a chilled out kind of standard opening. And it looks like, you know, Special's normally such a cheeser, but he might be like, look, man, I looked at my opponent and I don't want to be like racist towards like 6'2" Canadian orangutans, but like, I think from the other side of the map, even without scouting, he could hear the, you know, I think he can hear the fucking, the monkey noises coming from fucking Maple's base across the map. And he knows, yeah, probably better to play a bit more conservative here. Let's chill out a little bit. I'm playing a guy who's an actual drunk idiot. Nice stun. Does pull back. Zealot does get around her. Special. Oh, he went Reactor after Reaper into 3cc. Well, this SCV needs to do some god tier micro because there is a Zealot in there and there's nothing to defend. Oh, me, oh my. The SCV does finally go down. He actually got a surprising amount of build time there. Reaper can obviously hop inside the bunker as soon as he wants. And then it's about trying to keep this SCV alive. There's an Adept here. These two Marines need to join in. The Zealot's taking a lot of damage. Reaper can take 2 hits. Third hit, of course, it would die. SCV close to the bunker. Nicely done. Oh, he's body blocking. Maple's body blocks a little bit. Gets one of the Marines. But, of course, Special popping in and out of the bunker, trying to get that build time. Adept goes down. Nice micro for Special. And the Ape attack of the Zealot Adept seems to have not worked out. And yet, here comes another Adept. He's not done yet. He's not done yet. Almost gets the other SCV as well. That's 2 SCVs. 2 SCVs and a Marine have gone down. The Adept's about to die, as will the Zealot, though. Wave 1 of the Baboon Assault has gone down. But it's not done yet. We've got a pilot on the way. Glaive Adept coming in, as well as +1 attack. Now, for those who don't know, Glaive Adepts gives a massive 45% attack speed bonus to Adepts. One of the biggest upgrades in the game. Unfortunately, it's tied to a unit that is an early game harassment unit that people have often described the place of the Adept in the mid to late game as a kind of solid unit of PvT as sucking dick. And I'm not one to be too crude normally. You guys should know that on this channel. I'm very professional and classy. But yeah, they do suck dick. Despite, I know Hoopsaya for the last 5 years has been, no, they're better as a standard unit in PvT. In between shouting about how overpowered Terran is. But you'll excuse me for not taking his word for it. Now, that being said, there is an important breakpoint to take note of. +1 attack is on the way, which means Adept's going to go from 22 damage versus light to 23. Now, you might think 22 to 23, that has to be one of the most low-value upgrades in all of StarCraft 2. That's like literally less than 10% increase. Why would you care about that? Well, I don't know if you guys know, Marines have 45 hit points and SCVs have 45 hit points. So when you go from 22 times 2 equals 44, and they survive on 1 hit point every time, to suddenly they all get killed in 2 hits, ooh, it's a really, really, really important upgrade. So basically for Special, you need to wall off, you need to get up your upgrades. I don't know why he is making a +1 this fast. Is he doing a euthermal challenge? What is this? He's got +1, he hasn't even started stim. Well, that's a terrible choice. That ain't going to help if your Marines are going to get split in half by these Adepts. These Adepts are going to throw that. So for those who don't know, the Adept's weapon, basically, they've got like a cannon that shoots a kind of It's like a laser frisbee thing with these things on it. And what they do is they try to shoot it so it's kind of like, imagine a frisbee coming side on at you, but it hits you right in the dick, and it just kind of chops a nice little circle out of you. That's essentially, if you don't get a combat shield to block your penis region as a Marine, you are going to have your manhood dissected. And I think that's exactly what Maples is looking for right here. Special, you got to watch out, mate. Oh, God, he's not got a wall off. Oh, God, he finds out about the Glaive Adepts only now. What can he do? He's got to run the SCVs. He's got to run to the bunkers. I don't think he can fight with the SCVs. The SCVs are trying to fight. He doesn't know about the +1. The SCVs disappear. The SCVs disappear. Maples says, some people win off of dedicated, solid strategies, trying to hedge their bets and find victory despite adversity. I find adversity and I headbutt it, and I hope that my skull's thicker than its. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. Finds a lot of SCV damage to start. He's got to try to get out of here, though. The Marauders, he's not as good against. He does do good damage to the Marines. The Adepts are getting cornered, and I think he might have stayed here too long. Kind of corners himself. Finally does get 4 Adepts do escape, but he's taken a fair bit of damage. Blink comes in behind as well, +1 armor and a second forge. So he's going to go double upgrade, full gateway. But that delay on stim and shields there is really, really big. Penis region, not regen. No, I'm not a vampire. If my dick gets chopped off, then it will indeed not regen. That's why if I see a pack of Adepts, I am going to hide. I am going to go hide in a corner of the map, off with some of the critters. Oh, God, he's going to go again? That would have been a crazy shade with both bunkers. Shields also done. Starport's going to go to the factory as well. Second forge is there. 6 more gateways. Maples is in... This is what I would call a hero situation. You've built an economic lead. Your opponent's kind of panicking, but... 1-1's going to finish for Terran. They're not going to be that far behind on upgrades. Oh, you're going to commit? I mean, you maybe could dive on top. Those Marines will get shredded. Even though they do take 3 hits to kill now, the thing is if they stim, they go back to 2-shot territory. So do you stim as special and get your Marines 2-shot? Or do you not stim and have them tank 3 shots? That's just he's still building Adepts. If there was Widow Mines, it would ruin this, but there's no Widow Mines. Oh my God. Special thought he was not going to commit. The SCVs get pulled. The Bio have crazy damage. Adepts are not that tanky. The SCVs kind of getting slaughtered. The range advantage is there for the Bio. The Adepts take out a few more Marines. Units lost time is very close to even, within 27 resources. He's killed 29 SCVs this game. Despite that, he's only up 10, but Maples is going to go for a 4th base in the bottom right side as well, guys. Armory is up. Widow Mines are game enders against Adepts. If you get a few good Widow Mines on them when they're clumped, it can be crazy. But right now, the Bio army is so small. Did he just load up a drop, guys? Oh, no, I guess all of his units are inside the bunkers, aren't they? 2 bunkers. Does have a lot of supply. 8 supply in each. 4 supply in each one of those. 8 supply in the bunkers. Mass Gateway coming up, guys. Charge 2-2 is on the way. +2 attack starting for special, so he won't be too far behind on the upgrades, but he's still stuck in a pretty weird position. I mean, he has had a 3rd orbital this whole time. I think special might just be ahead, guys. Right? Because as long as he's got the 3rd orbital, he gets his +2 finish. Unless Maples, the baboon man over here, can actually force a fight with 2-2 against 1-1, which is going to be difficult. Especially with all these Adepts out. Special's going to be very turtled up, not giving him an angle. Stalkers blink across the back door. The backdoor bandit. Maples, goes in, gets a bunch of SCVs and meals, picks off some more mining time. Adepts are going to try to shade in the natural at the same time. He's happy to trade it for SCVs. Special needs to react quicker. He's going to pull his SCVs away, but he does stim on top. The Marines go into close range. The Adepts kill a few of the Marines, a bunch of the SCVs. Is it enough? The Stalkers do survive. He's killed 47 workers this game. 47. I mean, basically, he's only going after the children. This is the war crimes approach to PvT. He's like, yeah, screw fighting your army. Just keep shading in after the workers. The problem is, Maples now doesn't have an army. Wait, is he still making... He's still making Adepts? Mate, you're meant to go for... You've lost 37. You're meant to swap to Zealots, aren't you? He's going to use Adepts as a frontal army with force fields, guardian shields, and batteries. I mean, they are a ranged unit. You can kind of create concaves with them a bit, and like it's a bit different, where Zealots just YOLO in and die. This is a bizarre setup. He's going to try and use a hallucination to drag the Widow Mines onto the friendly fire, as well as track where that Terran army is. Oh, probe does go down up there as well. A couple of Adepts shade in. Whoa! He's up to 60 kills. How much did these guys kill? 7 kills and 4 kills. Holy crap. Guys, they were in there for a while. I didn't notice. Special didn't notice. Those 2 Adepts killed like 11 workers. I don't know if it was just 2 or if it was 4 or 5 to begin with, but these Adept Shade Special has got to get rid of this friggin' gateway, man. He's like, these units, they just keep appearing out of nowhere, man. I don't even know where they're coming from, man. The Stalker's in the back door as well. You know what's really smart, guys? He's got +2, so he doesn't need four Stalkers to one shot an SCV anymore. Now it's 3, right? Is that a breakpoint? I don't think that's a breakpoint. I think it's still 4, actually, because the SCVs are 45 hit points. Never mind. Stalkers are going to blink in the back door, take a few SCVs out before they go down. The gateway goes down over there. I like how sometimes I'll just give you guys like an insightful bit of upgrade lore, but like it's imagined and made up. Can you guys tell me, do Stalkers ever 3-shot SCVs with +3? Do they do that? Someone do that. I don't know the exact attack numbers. So I'm just like, ugh. Also, they've got +1 armor, the SCVs, so I don't know. Ugh. I have no idea. I think they do like 15 damage with +2. Is it 13, 14, 15, 16 with +3? I have no idea. So I think right now, because of the armor, that's why I think it was actually correct if there was no armor upgrade. I think you need to be 2 attack upgrades above their armor upgrades. Stalker's blinking back right now. Here comes the bio. Specials like, mate, I had 3 command centers the whole time. You've got a gateway-only army, you dum-dum. You think you're going to beat me with mass adept sentry? This is not a real army. I have bio mine. You're dead, bro. You're dead. Get out. It's 2-1 against 2-2. The upgrades are close enough. Special is ready to take him to Dicktown. Is he going to commit? No. If you do commit, you need the Adepts right on top of the Marines so that they don't target Marauders. But the Ghosts will also disappear to these Adepts, which is kind of funny. Normally, Colossus are the only unit that does bonus damage to them. Adepts in the natural yet again. Here we go. He's got to defend. He's got to go for the big shade. He goes on top. Widow Mines do some big damage to both sides. The Adepts absolutely slaughter that army. The Marines going down in droves. The Stalker sentries just going ham. Holy moly, what an engage. And remember, he killed even more SCVs behind it. He's up to 72 workers. Mass Adept Sentry. Most people would have transitioned off of the meme, but Mr. Easy AI, aka Mape the Ape, beats his chest and fucking lets out a guttural roar as Special goes back to his side of the map, just kind of going, I'm losing to a guy with brain damage right now. I mean, we all feel like you're losing to Mass Adept. You're kind of like, fucking, what is this? What even is this stupid game? And like, Special's aware he's probably made a few key mistakes in this one, but that fight, he was thinking, this is where I'm strong and you're weak. And Maples is like, no, mate, I'm an ape. I'm never weak. I'm way stronger than you paltry human. Stalker's in the back door yet again, man. And the Stalker's trying to pull to these right side. The Marauders trying to go get the snipes there. Here comes the Adept Sentry. Ooh, not a bad force field. Would have been good if he trapped a ton of units on the low ground. But look, the Stalkers win that fight, guys. The Stalkers win that fight. He's up to 76 workers killed. This one's been an SCV slaughterhouse mine. Ooh, these Stalkers will finally be going down. But dude, what an insane play this is. He's going to even get a mule on the way out. The Spite mule snipe there gets one of the fresh mules. And of course, with a 5th base coming out, as long as, I mean, Maples' income's drying up a little bit. Oh, Maples has really got to fix his income, actually. He needs another fresh base on the right. Like, he's got a great army, massive supply lead. It's a little scary not doing that. +3 armor finally starts the Adepts. Oh, he might be able to just commit. He might be able to just go for it. But good pre-spread and pre-stim for Special gets baited there. EMP comes down. Oh, nice EMP. SCVs get pulled into the fight. The Stalker Adept Sentry fighting pretty decently. The Adepts, do they shade past? Does cancel the shade at the last second. He's going to warp in another round of Adepts and try to go for it. The Bio tries to come in to cancel that warp in position, but they can't. They've got to get away from these Adepts, man. The Stalkers blink forward. They take out one of these. The Medivacs, the Adepts were going to shade past there, but they end up changing their mind at the last second. This is an absolutely ridiculous build order. And Maple's committing to the bit at this point. He's on 11 gateways. 12th one is finishing. Keeps canceling these shades. Special struggling to heal through these stims. He's got his 4th base landed. It's slightly off position. He does not care. He just desperately needs money and to get a big bio army up. He's got +3 attack, only +1 armor. Stalkers take out 1 medevac. They do try to pull back afterwards. The Adepts are going to go for it. They dive on top. The Stalker Sentry a bit exposed on that right side. Widowmine gets an Omega hit on the Adepts on the left side. The numbers might just be there for Maples, though, especially if you can get another warp in. The Stalker's blinking back on the right side. Another medevac does go down. The Marauders starting to fall. Those Adepts do not take bonus damage from Marauders. They might be a little bit more fragile than Zealots, especially since there's so much more shields versus hit points. But Mape the Ape comes out there and basically... Remember, I was meant to roast this replay, and I've been dangerously close to glazing. So just to finish on an objective note, we're trying to do entertainment here for the viewers. Might put this on YouTube. But let's be a bit objective now, just to cater, of course, to the Terran players in the chat. He only won because he's an actual Protoss baboon. This would never work with Zerg or Terran, a race that took skill. What an idiot. Low IQ. So stupid. So stupid. Protoss players, right? Haha. It's so good they made a race for people's incompetent friends and people who aren't actually good at strategy games to play. Am I right? Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Mape the Ape. I hope to see more. Maples, keep sending me replays like this. I'm very impressed that the Adepts actually scaled that well. I really thought they'd fall off a cliff, but the secret is those upgrades were actually really good. Good Guardian Shield usage, good Force Field usage, and it was those constant Adept counters into the mineral lines, stacking up so much damage. 90 SCVs dead by the end of this game. GG, well played. We'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye and good night.